I really believe in love that won't die. But no matter how hard I try, I just came to make you realize I'll be here running alone. When it comes to me and you, no spotlights on. Yes, you always think that you could do better, better, better. But will you call me when I'm famous? Yeah. When I'm famous, would you call my name? Will you call me when I'm famous? Yeah, now, when I'm famous, would you call my name? Oh, when I'm famous. Now what your man gotta do to make you happy? Is it all about the fortune and fame? Do you care if they scream my name? If they did, I would still feel the same. I've been here running long. When it comes to me and you, no spotlights on. Yes, you always think that you could do better, better, better. But will you call me when I'm famous? Yeah, now, when I'm famous, would you call my name? Will you call me when I'm famous? Yeah, now, when I'm famous, would you call my name? Oh, when if I told you honestly, honestly, I don't believe you would take the diamond rings. Things that only fade overnight. I'd rather you wait than living out another dream, making no reality, and hopefully you would only call me when I'm famous. Yeah, when I'm famous, would you call my name? When I'm famous. Yeah, this is the Waves Band of a Live. We're live on the Breakfast Daily Show. Live on Citi TV. When I'm famous, when I'm famous, yeah, now, when I'm famous, oh, famous, would you call my name? Hey, yeah. This is the Breakfast Daily Show on Citi TV Live. The Waves Band. Are you ready? Listen, I got that girl, she a London thing. She wanna roll and smoke one thing. I want to give her a diamond ring, but she say other girls like my thing. She make my heart beat say nice, the boom boom. Next time you're gone, I'll take you to Bloom Bloom. When we done, we go home and boom boom. Hop on the walk, baby, say boom boom. Say cheese, take a picture. Like a post, make I see you take a picture. Say cheese. Say cheese, take a picture. Like a post, make I see you take a picture. Oh, yeah. I remember anything, but we move. Even you when I catch my grooves. You know the vibes, you know the groove. Only one that miss my boo. She make my heart beat say like the Next time you're gonna take you to Bloom Bloom. When we done, we go home and boom boom up on the walk. Baby, say boom boom, say G. Take a picture, say G. Yeah, yeah. Say G. I brought one eye thing, but we move. If you wanna catch my cruise, you know the vibes, you know the groove. Only one that miss my move. She make my heart miss a nice the boom boom. Next time you're gonna take you to Bloom Bloom. When we done, we go home and boom boom up on the wall. Baby, say boom boom, say cheese. Yeah, yeah. Are you ready now? This is the Waves Band of live on the Breakfast Daily Show, live on Citi TV. This is the Waves Band and we're live. We're live on Citi TV on the Breakfast Daily Show. Oh, pirates, yes, there are high. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from that bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong. The Almighty, we forward in this generation triumphantly. So won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had is redemption songs. These songs of freedom, 'cause all I ever had is redemption song. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. So won't you help to sing, oh Lord, these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had is redemption songs. These songs of freedom. 'Cause all I ever had is redemption songs. You're watching the Breakfast Daily Show live on Citi TV. And this is the Waves Band. The Waves Band live on Breakfast Daily Show. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. We have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them cannot stop at that time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand promises of the book. Oh, help to sing these songs of freedom, 'cause all I ever had is redemption songs. These songs of freedom, 'cause all I ever had. Yeah. This is the Waves Band of live on Citi TV, live on the Breakfast Daily Show.
Happy Friday! It's the first Friday of the month.
Yes, it is. And it's actually Farmers' Day today.
I know. I mean, without our farmers, none of us will be alive. I was just reflecting on coronavirus hitting this country, developed countries struggling with access to food, food prices going up. We didn't experience any of that because of our hard-working, dedicated farmers.
Yes,
thank you, guys.
Yes, happy Farmers' Day to all the wonderful farmers and fisher folk out there. Yeah.
And they're amazing. Yes. I mean, you meet them. There are a lot of young people in that space right now. People with master's degree.
It's becoming more and more attractive.
Exactly.
So gone are the days when it was something that, people who were educated and gone to school and, and all that were shying away from it. Gone are those days. It's a good thing.
Yeah, and it's important, especially when we talk about African Continental Free Trade Area, opportunities like African Growth Opportunities Act. Getting agriculture where it needs to be, because in other parts of the world, it's $1 billion industry. There's absolutely no reason why our farmers shouldn't be millionaires in Ghana.
Absolutely. Well, you're welcome to Breakfast Daily. My name is David Kwekusichi.
And I am Dziffa Amatam. As always, it's an interactive show, so we want to hear from you throughout the 2.5 hours that you'll be with us. Whatever is happening in your life, if you have any birthday shout-outs, if there's a farmer that you would like to celebrate in a special way, today is your opportunity to send those messages in. If you have pictures of them, to send them, and we will celebrate them with you.
Absolutely. The WhatsApp line is 0550585832. If you happen to be outside Ghana, you want to join the conversation, please add +233.
Now we have 1 month and 1 day to go to Election Day. Voters Diary is that show that will take you on a journey as you make the right decision on who will lead us and serve us for the next 4 years. Voters Diary is live on 97.3 Citi FM, Monday to Friday at 1 p.m. and on Citi TV at 3 p.m.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also have Hello, Mr. President. And Hello, Mr. President is that show that we bring your way to help you to address the challenges in your area. Sometimes you feel so far away from, the center of, power and the center of governance and everything else. And you feel as though nobody wants to mind you wherever it is that you are. Listen, we have this show for you. It's at 9:30 a.m. every Wednesday morning, right here on Breakfast Daily on Citi TV, and it's a show that you get to bring your issues straight to us, and we'll call those duty bearers who are responsible in your area and ask them and put pressure on them to do the right thing.
Now it's time for us to take a look at news making rounds across the various regions in the country. Let's take a look at News Roundup.
Welcome to News Roundup here in the Upper West region. My name is Latif Mahama. In the news, the Upper West Regional Police Command has assured residents of their safety before, during, and after the December 2020 polls. The Upper West Regional Police Commander, DCOP Francis Aboagye-Nyaku, gave the assurance when he addressed journalists at a day's training workshop in Wa. He revealed that as part of measures to ensure a peaceful election, his outfit will establish a joint operations center that will be made up of identifiable individuals and organizations to monitor and report all election-related violence in the region during the period. DCOP Francis Aboagye-Nyaku used the occasion to appeal to journalists in the region to be professional in the discharge of their duties. The workshop was organized by the police to train journalists in the region on election-related crimes and to strengthen police-media relations in the area ahead of the December polls. It brought together some key stakeholders, including the Electoral Commission and the National Commission for Civic Education. Still in the news, the New Patriotic Party's parliamentary candidate for the Sesale East constituency, Ishaku Amidu Chinia, says he is confident of retaining the seat for the party in the upcoming parliamentary election. Mr. Chinia defeated the incumbent Member of Parliament for the Sesale East, Ridwan Abbas, in their last parliamentary primaries. Ridwan Abbas was the first MPP Member of Parliament to snatch the Sesale East seat from the NDC in 2016, but failed to win the parliamentary primaries. However, many fear the MPP will lose the seat with Chinia as the parliamentary candidate. But speaking in an interview with Citi News, Mr. Chinia, who is currently the Deputy Upper West Regional Minister, said his good work in the constituency has made him the most preferred candidate among the two other aspirants who are contesting on the ticket of the PNC and the National Democratic Congress. He said he will build on the good legacies of his predecessor and the good works of the Nanado-led government to win the seat with a landslide margin. Finally, the former Member of Parliament for Wa East, Amin Salifu, has declared his unflinching support for the NDC's parliamentary candidate for the area, Dr. Seydou Jassau, who defeated him in their parliamentary primaries. Addressing party supporters at Manwe, Mr. Amin Salifu, who served as the Wa East Member of Parliament between 2012 and 2016, said the interests of the NDC far supersede any groups or individuals. Hence, the need to support Dr. Jassau, who is a lecturer at UDS, to wrestle the Wa East seat from the NPP. He appealed to all his supporters to bury their differences and rally behind the lecturer for victory in the December general election. And that brings us to the end of News Roundup here in the Upper West region. My name is Latif Mahama.
Hello, good morning. Here is the News Roundup from the Savannah region. I am Richard Fogo in Damango. The running mate to John Dramani Mahama, Professor Nana Jean Opoku Ajiman, has admonished voters in the Damango constituency not to be swayed by vote-buying politicians in deciding who they elect as their representative in Parliament. Nana Jean, who was in the Savannah regional capital as part of a campaign tour, urged electors to vote massively to retain the NDC's Adam Muntawakilu in Parliament. Nana Jean further urged people of Busunu and Damango to disregard skirt and blood vote calls by some politicians in the region. Meanwhile, the NDC's vice presidential candidate, Professor Nana Jean Opoku Ajiman, has rounded up her campaign tour of the Savannah region. The campaign took her to Sola, Bole, Tinga, Larbanga, Damango, Busunu, Daboya, and other communities. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has donated 200,000 Ghana cedis towards the 10th anniversary celebration of the enskinment of the overlord of Gunja Yegbongura Tuntumba Boresa. The presentation was made on behalf of the President by the Savannah Regional Minister Salifu Brahma Adam at the Japa Palace in Damango. The minister announced that the President will attend the climax of the anniversary, which is slated for 14th November 2020. In a speech read on behalf of the Yegbongura by Bipewura Abdullah Jinapor II, The palace expressed gratitude to the president for the kind gesture and said the entire Gonjaland is looking forward to welcoming him to the region. Lastly, a 15-year-old pupil of the Yape DA Primary School, Miss Abdallah Asana, who begs on the streets of Yape to fend for herself, was on Sunday taken off the street by a charity foundation. Wipe Away Foundation, a non-profit charity organization, has handed over a fully furnished provision shop to Miss Abdallah to help in catering for herself. Miss Abdallah Asana, a primary 4 pupil who says she wants to be a teacher in future, until the donation of the provision shop went to school late and left early so she could go and beg on the streets, a situation her teacher says is hampering her education. Speaking at the presentation in Yape, spokesperson to former President John Mahama, Mrs. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari, congratulated the foundation for identifying the need of little Asana. She further called on the society to be each other's keeper by providing for the needy. And this brings us to the end of the news roundup from the Savannah region. I am Richard Fogo. Enjoy your morning.
Welcome to today's edition of Citi News Roundup with me, Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira. In today's edition, I take you to the Dabong Kingdom and specifically to Yendi, the seat of the overlord of the traditional area, where Yana Abubakar II has celebrated his second Damba festival since his enslavement. Damba is a festival celebrated by major tribes in the north to mark the birth and naming ceremony of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dabong, until the enslavement of the king, was not celebrating the festival because of a prolonged chieftaincy problem. This year's celebration, which is the second of its kind after peace was restored in the kingdom, is under the theme Consolidating Peace of Dabong. The Yana also used the occasion to call on politicians to embrace peace before, during, and after the December elections. He further advised residents of his kingdom to at all times act peacefully, since it is a necessary ingredient for the development of the Dabong traditional area. Still, as part of the celebration at the Bewa Palace, the overlord had dinner with the security personnel and all heads of department in the municipality. The dinner offered an opportunity for the Yana and the various heads, precisely the security, to share ideas on the challenges they face in the municipality. The two main political parties within the traditional area, the NDC and MPP, also promised to ensure peace before, during, and after the elections. Today, 5th November, is the day the 15 persons arrested in connection with the killing of the NIA staff at Sanguli in the Sababa district will reappear in court. Last week, the 15 people were remanded into police custody to reappear on the 5th of November 2020. And this brings us to the end of today's edition of Citi News Roundup with me, Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira.
Hello, good morning and welcome to another edition of News Roundup from the Volta region. My name is Benjamin Aklama. Now let's settle for today's edition of the news. The New Patriotic Party's Volta Region Resource Group says it is putting strategies in place to ensure the party wins at least 4 parliamentary seats in the region in the forthcoming elections. The group believes President Akufo-Addo's frequent visits to the Volta region, coupled with the many development projects initiated by the NPP in the region, have already endeared the president to the region. Secretary to the resource group, King David Akpabli, at a press briefing indicated their resolve to work at attaining the set goals in the region. Now, residents of Santrokofi, Akpafo, Lulubi, and Likbe in the OT region are calling on the government to expedite work on the creation of a district assembly and a constituency for the area following its breakaway from the Hohoe municipality and constituency to now be part of the newly created OT region. Residents of the area say the continuous delay in the establishment of the new assembly for the Sal enclave makes life difficult for the communities. They bemoan the lack of many basic social amenities because in their current state, the affected communities do not benefit from the district common fund. Now, Energy Minister and NPP parliamentary candidate for the Hohoe constituency, Mr. John Peter Amewu, has urged electorates in his constituency to vote him into parliament, promising to implement an all-encompassing policy by name One Family, One Opportunity. Mr. Amewu said his bid to enter parliament was to help the constituent, especially students, traders, and families. Mr. Amewu adds that his vision can only be realized if constituents vote for him and the New Patriotic Party in the December polls. Mr. Amewu, who was addressing the youth of the Muslim community in Hohoe after a Keep Fit walk, added that he was pleased with the massive support shown to him so far by residents and expressed optimism of winning the seat in the December polls. Now, a fridge repair apprentice in Hohoe has been jailed 5 years for soliciting for sex through an internet blackmail. Mr. Sifas Agbebiang Anani, who is resident in Gbi Klajo in the Hohoe municipality, was charged for defrauding by false pretense, extortion, and publication of obscene material, and for cyber offenses after pleading not guilty to the charges. The prosecution, led by Chief Superintendent of Police, Mr. Amenya Akolgo, said between December 2018 and January 2019, the convict initiated an online conversation with the victim, name withheld, a teacher and resident in the same town, through Facebook social media. The whole High Court, presided over by Mr. Justice Eric Ma, in sentencing the culprit, said the punishment was to deter others from engaging in similar acts. Now that does it for News Roundup from the Volta and OT regions for today. My name is Benjamin Aklama, and please do enjoy the rest of our programs.
Good morning and welcome to the News Roundup from the Bono East region. I am Michael Chachuaholi. In the news this morning, a group of cashew farmers under the umbrella name Progressive Cashew Association of Ghana have vowed to work to negotiate for competitive prices for their produce. The group, which was inaugurated about a week ago, has further promised to at all times seek the interests of cashew farmers across the country. The chairman for the association, Mr. Emmanuel Godhead, who is optimistic about the objectives of the group, says they will swiftly move to address pressing issues that negatively impact cashew farmers. The inauguration ceremony was held in Techiman and was attended by more than 500 cashew farmers. In other news, police in the Bono East region is promising to adequately police all 118 identified flashpoints in the region to ensure a peaceful election come December 7, 2020. The Bono East Command has therefore cautioned persons who intend fomenting trouble during the elections that they will be severely dealt with. Meanwhile, some residents of the region who spoke to Citi News are hopeful that December 7 polls will pass without any incidents in the region, despite the identification of the hotspots. In our last story, taxi drivers in Techiman have appealed to authorities in the Bono East regional capital to regulate the activities of Okada drivers to help ease traffic congestion in town. The taxi drivers are unhappy about the operations of Okada drivers in the regional capital, citing them for the high levels of traffic congestion, especially on market days. They accuse in particular tricycles, popularly called Pragia, as a cause of their frustrations, and also say they are not happy sharing the same station with them. They are asking that operators of Pragia be given a separate station of their own to ease the tension that currently exists between the two groups. Well, that does it for the regional news roundup. I am Michael Chachuaholi.
That's it for the regional news roundup. We have a packed show today.
Yes, there's so much that we have coming up today. On Discovery, we're going to be talking to the farmers market, gentlemen from the farmers market. You know, of course, today is Farmers Day, so we can't let it go by without acknowledging them in a big way. So that's one of the things coming. Of course, relationships will be coming up later.
And personality, I won't give it away, but it's a young farmer and he's doing really great work. My name is Dziffa and
And I'm David Kwekusechi.
We'll be right back and then we'll find out more about the farmers market. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Salamatu. Yes, these are both me. You see, before free SHS, my life could have taken two very different paths. The SHS path depended on how much money my parents had, what sacrifices they were willing to make, and whether they would send me or my little brother Issa to SHS. The other path is what would have become of me if there was no free SHS. But today, thanks to free SHS, my future is bright and promising.
Congratulations, you have a name. He's a boy.
Instead of depending on others, I will stand on my own feet and help my family. Free SHS is where my dreams for a better future and the dreams of thousands of young girls become a reality. Don't let NDC take it away from us. Vote for NPP and give all Ghanaian girls a chance for a better future.
There is no promise we cannot keep. There is no commitment we cannot honor. There is no delivery we cannot guarantee. There is only one Bethel Logistics Company Limited, a licensed international freight forwarding and clearing agent, a trusted global brand with an extensive network for the movement of air freight and ocean freight worldwide. We are the trusted name for road freight into Western and Northern Africa. We are fully accredited by Ghana Customs and Excise. We cater for all your freight forwarding, customs clearing and forwarding, cross trades, inland transportation, internal cargo tracking systems, customer freight costing and consultancy, cold chain logistics management, logistics and warehousing, quality inspection, and much more. In Accra, Tema and Takrady, we are always available to ensure easy movement of cargo countrywide. Call us on 0204 528 900 or 0244 707 859. Email info@bethellogistics.com. Locate us in Accra at North Ridge, adjacent Accra Girls High School, or in Tema at Community 4, or in Takrady on the second floor of the GCB building. Website bethellogistics.com. Bethelog, experts in shipping logistics.
Message here says, hello. I politely asked my wife whether she's cheating on me because she doesn't pick my calls. She got really upset and was packed out of the house. I went to plead with her, but she says she's not coming back because I don't trust her. What do I do? I'm dying slowly.
How do you go from she's not answering my calls, why are you cheating on me? There's more to the story, and for me personally, this has more to do with him than her.
After the first time you say it, the second time, and it's like, okay, all of a sudden I'm not picking up my phone calls. And does that mean that I'm cheating on you?
You did the whole paradox of I politely asked if she was cheated. Which one is that? Because that
I was about to ask you ladies, like, how do you do that?
Like politely so he said it in a nice voice, or he said it with a smiley face.
At first he said it in a bad voice.
Sure, you're cheating, honey.
You must be cheating, no. Now who cheating? Like, I don't really understand.
Sister is sponsored by Vodafone. The future is exciting, ready and secure. You decide.
welcome back. It's time for us to have a conversation about Farmers Day and, of course, up close with the farmers market. They're right here with us. Let me introduce to you Mr. George White, who is the CEO of White Beige International Limited, Frederick Kufiasari, who is the Assistant Retail Manager with the farmers market, and then Christian Alibi, who is the Research and Development of White Beige International Limited. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You're all welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Let me start with you, Mr. White. Today's Farmers Day. Why is it important from your perspective that a day like this be commemorated?
Okay, thank you, and good morning to your cherished viewers. And good morning to the farmers as well, because without them, life would be meaningless. I think farmers as a whole, they've done a lot of good to the world, to the nation, Ghana. So we cannot live without appreciating what they do for the nation and mankind.
Right. Fred,
yes, please.
Any comment on Farmers Day?
You know, farmers are the backbone of the nation. They feed us. For all life processes to go on, they need to be. We need to be fed. For us to be able to go to work, for us to be able to go to our schools, we need food to strive. And these farmers have been there for us. So we want to say ayiko to them, yemoma mu, for the good works that they have done. And the farmers market will not be in existence without the work of farmers. Even though we have our own farms, we pick a large chunk of our local produce from other farmers as well. So to our partners, to our outgrowers out there, to all our suppliers, we want to say thank you very much. Today is your day, and we hope that the world will recognize you for the good things that you've been doing today, and then we'll keep on appreciating you after today.
All right, fantastic. Let's get into the conversation about White Beige and Farmers Market. I understand it's the two arms of the same company, or it's the same company? Explain how that works. What's going on here? White Beige, Farmers Market. Christian.
Okay, what we do is that White Beige is a mother company, and then the Farmers Market is a retail outlet of White Beige. So we take in the product from White Beige and then retail it to the Farmers Market.
I see. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, so what we do is that we provide a wide spectrum of vegetables and fruits. We take from farmers as well, and then also some of the fruit that we cannot produce over here, we also import it in through White Beige and then give it to farmers market.
All right, let me come to you, George. What was the idea behind setting up this organization?
Okay, it was a dream. I actually lived in UK, and it came as a dream, go to Ghana and go into agric.
Wow.
It was a difficult call, but I think that I listened to that voice that spoke to me on that day, and I haven't regretted. So I came to Ghana, started with production, the family joined, and we started supplying supermarket. The farmers market was not part of the initial plan.
Okay.
We started supplying supermarket, hotels.
So take us a little bit, take us back a little bit. How, when you say you started with production and then started supplying supermarkets, what exactly were you doing?
Okay, so we started putting farmers together.
Okay.
That is why when it comes to a day like this, we are so proud to be part of it. We started farming on our own. Then we started working with farmers, like the farmer-based organizations, up and down the country. There were times we could go as far as Burkina, because it got to a point that we needed certain product that we couldn't get in Ghana. So we started engaging farmers back in Burkina. Then we were supplying supermarkets, the open market, and also the retail market. It got to a point we thought, hey, why don't we set up something different? So the name the farmers market came about because we thought we were going to get a bigger space, create the environment for the farmers to come and sell their product.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, we also thought that would they be able to manage the hygienic condition we wanted to bring on board? Then the discussion went back and forth, and we said, you know what, since we still work with farmers, why don't we set up the shop and still work with them for them to produce, to
so
feed.
you manage the front end of the business.
Exactly. So it was how the name The Farmers Market came about, because we're initially going to set up the place for the farmers to come and sell their wares, but then it did not happen. So we still needed to let them know that, hey,
it's for them.
It's for them.
Okay. Fred, your range of products, tell us what's in there. Because typically when I hear the farmers market, my mind is fruits and vegetables. That's what comes instinctively. What do you have? What's the range of products?
So, as you mentioned, fruits and vegetables. We have our core line. Our core line is fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. We also have a salad bar where we prepare fresh juices and salads from the fruits and vegetables that you find at the shop. We also deal in healthy food complements. We just one thing that we focus on is value addition. So other agri-processors out there, companies out there that have added value to their products, we take their things on board. As long as it's certified by FDA, as long as the Ghana Standard Board has authorized it, you bring it in, we check whether it suits our line and the range of things that we want to sell, and then we help promote the local market by doing that. When you talk about fruits, both foreign and local fruits, mainly the local fruits, the reason for the foreign intake is that you have experts around, you have even some of the local people around who would need some of these fruits that can grow in our climate. So we seek to achieve customer satisfaction by bringing some of those fruits in, but mainly we look at local fruits, vegetables, helping the local farmer, helping the agri space by both dealing with the farmers and those in the processing. Yes. So fruits, vegetables, nuts, from almond to pistachio to seeds, from chia seeds to flax seeds. Yes.
Wow.
You find some of that.
That's fascinating. Now, I hear you say that you import some of your things, in order to supply the market. Yeah. Is there a plan in place to maybe gradually replace some of the things that you've been importing?
Yeah, we have a plan for that. So we are actually we are in the process of establishing a greenhouse, a village.
Okay.
In the village, you will have production, processing, packaging and storage units. And then we intend to apply hydroponics, aquaponics, and aeroponics in this greenhouse production system. And also have a food lab to test the quality of the produce as well. And also we are trying to consolidate here in Ghana and then extend to the ECOWAS sub-region.
Now, I know when you say hydroponics, you're growing in water.
Yeah.
Explain the whole idea for our viewers, for the sake of our viewers. What's the idea behind aeroponics, hydroponics, aquaponics? Just in a simple layman's.
Okay, let me chip in here. I think when you talk about agriculture in Africa, or West Africa, and specifically in Ghana, all that people think about is production in the open field.
Yeah.
But we are getting to a point where you need to change the dynamics.
Okay.
So it's the reason we are looking at hydroponics, aquaponics, and the screen house.
Okay.
People are talking about greenhouse, but most of the things we have, the greenhouse they refer to are not greenhouses. They are screen houses.
Okay, what's the difference?
The greenhouses retains the heat.
Yes.
That is what is being used in Europe.
Yes.
The screen houses is just to prevent insects from entering.
In.
And what we use here is the screen house. It's not a glass type.
Okay.
But then we refer to, everybody in Ghana refers to it as a greenhouse. Greenhouse is good, but we also think that where water becomes an issue we should be looking at the hydroponics and aquaponics. The aquaponics and the hydroponics changes the dynamics. Some of the things, once you do it in that kind of a setting, the yields, the quality is the same as those that we import. Yes, some of the products, come what may, you cannot grow them in Ghana, like the apples.
Okay.
But in product like strawberries, it's been done in Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
So why can't we do it?
Yeah.
It's creating the environment for it to be able to grow well. And so that's why we have taken it upon ourselves to set up the greenhouse village just after Central University.
Okay.
And
mutual.
Hopefully by beginning of next year, we'll start it.
Wow.
So Ghanaians should look out for that.
Fantastic. Sounds
and
good.
It's not just the greenhouse. The greenhouse village, what we're going to do is the production. We're also going to have a processing unit where we'll do ready to eat, ready to cook. And we'll also be doing smoothies and juices for the open market. And we'll have, like my colleague said, Christian said, we'll have a lab, top of the range lab, that will be certified by Standard Authority, Food and Drugs Authority. And not only that, what we also are looking to achieve is to be ISO certified, Global Gap certified. So we will not just be looking at the domestic market the way we do it.
Yeah.
We're trying to move towards the international market as well. So there are so many things that are coming on board within the next 12 months.
Wow. Fred, let me come back to you. There's a lot of people, slowly setting up, more like organic produce and all of that. Why should people, viewers watching right now, choose the farmers market over any other?
So, as Mr. White started saying, this was born out of a dream. The whole farmers market seeks to do things right. We're just not about business, selling, making money. No, that's far beyond it. What we are looking at is feeding the local people, making sure that the food that gets to the local people is right. As he said, international standard. We are not looking at international standard for the international environment. We are looking at international standard for everybody, for the local people. So if you buy from the farmers market, you are assured of safety. Because before the food gets into the shop, it will have gone through sorting, it will have gone through grading, cleaning, and then we package it. So by the time the food gets to the shop, it can be certified as safe. So we take care and we put a price to health to each and every one of our customers. So when you buy from the farmers market, you get a chance to know your farmer because everything in the shop is traceable. It's traceable. If you buy a local item and we find a problem, which hardly happens, we know exactly the field to trace it to. We get to the farmer, we get to know which processes went wrong, and then we alter it so that tomorrow you find a much finer produce there. So everything at the farmers market is traceable. So when you buy from the farmers market, you get a chance to know your farmer, you get a chance to put a price to your health, and safety is assured.
Fantastic.
And if I may add, for instance, if you go to the Spinters Road shop of the farmers market, we have a greenhouse on top of it. The idea is to let people know what they are buying from us, how it's being produced. So it's the reason we have the greenhouse on top of the shop. And also to let people know that you don't need to have a field to do production. And people are talking about organics. I think we are misusing the word organic.
Explain.
Because if you go to a law school and you haven't been called to the bar, do you call yourself a lawyer?
You're not a lawyer.
So people may be using the principles of organic, but it hasn't been certified as organic. But they still call it organic.
So in reality, an organic food product has to be certified as organic.
Yes, because there are certain stages, certain things that you need to do before it can be certified as organic. You may be using the principles, but you haven't gone through the full scale.
Okay.
So yes, but then because we don't do organic, most of the product that we sell on our farm are Global GAP certified.
Okay.
Which is different. I mean, taking care of environment and all of that, but it's different from the organic. So it's an issue that we need to also look at, because you go to certain places, they've written organic, and when you want to even do traceability, trace where it's coming from, what went into the production, they tell you stories.
Okay.
That's actually a story that we will have to go into, because many people use it for marketing strategy.
Okay.
Yes, brand the product organic to sell it out there. But
it's not necessarily
yes, but the farmers market, we are specialists at what we do, so we choose the right.
Okay. Okay. So, after everything you've told us, where can people find Farmers Market, the Farmers Market? Where can we find you?
Yes, please. The Farmers Market has got 5 locations as of now. Our head office, where White Beige International Warehouse is also located, is at Tema Community 11, beside the Tema Community 11 police station. You can also find our shop at Community 25 on the Dev Traco Road, on 200 meters away from the Dev Traco entrance. At Laboni, we're also located on the 5th Circular Avenue. At East Legon, you find us at the Boundary Road. And at Sprinters, our Sprinter shop is at Shell Signboard, opposite the Puma filling station. You can also call the Farmers Market on 050-148-1140. 148-1140. And our website is also live. If you go to www.thefarmersmarketgh.com, you get to see everything that the farmers market is about.
And you forgot to add something. I think in the next week or two, Farmers Market would launch the e-commerce.
Okay.
Where you can sit at home,
and order online,
and you still get it as fresh as you find it in the shop.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, thank you. Thank you very much for swinging by and breaking it all down for us. We're very grateful to you. We've been speaking with George White, who is the CEO of White Beige International Limited, and also Frederick Asari, he's Assistant Retail Manager with the Farmers Market, and Christian Alibi, who's a Research and Development Manager with White Beige International as well. All right. Now, we are going to have the next segment. It's going to be an interesting conversation that we're going to have. In fact, Dziffa had a conversation with Kennedy Edufa. He's a co-founder of TechShelt. It's a company that is involved in farming. It's involved in farming, and she had a very interesting conversation with him, and we will take a look at that after this.
My family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. It's 3 toothpaste in 1 to give them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
Hello Ghanaians, my name is Mrs. Kosi Yankee Aye. I am the Executive Director for the National Board for Small Scale Industries, NBSSI. Through the CAPBAS initiative, we have disbursed funds to over 100,000 beneficiaries across the nation. Several local businesses have seen the impact of our work, and we will continue to give more of them hope amidst this global pandemic era that has negatively impacted all of us.
NBSSI, a new era for SMEs.
Welcome back. It's Breakfast Daily on Citi TV, and today is Farmers' Day. So what better than today to interview one of the young innovators within the farming space. I'm talking about Kennedy Edufah. He's the co-founder and operations manager of Tech Shelter. Good morning, Kennedy.
Good morning, Dziffa.
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good. Thank you so much for welcoming us into this beautiful farm of yours.
You're welcome.
Tell us a bit about Tech Shelter.
Okay. Tech Shelter is a company that maximizes the efficiency of greenhouse farming in Ghana.
Okay.
That is what we do. We do so through advisory, automation, market linkage, and training.
Okay.
Some years ago, we embarked on a research in Ghana. We toured the whole of Ghana and realized that about 70% of greenhouse farmers achieve only 40% of their capacity.
Wow, hold on, just 40%?
Yeah, yes.
Why?
Yes, and that is a clear case of a deficit. So we went ahead to find out what are the causes. We realized that the knowledge gap. There are lots of greenhouses that have been abandoned. Most of the people who sell the greenhouse to farmers, their focus is on selling the greenhouse, but how it works is up to the farmer. And you can be the best farmer in the open field. When you are given a greenhouse, you will fail at it because the expertise and technicalities are different. You need to be trained.
So tell us a bit about greenhouse.
Okay, when it comes to greenhouse farming, it's a protected agric mechanism. That is what we do. Basically, what it does is we compare. There are two types of farming. We have the open field and we have the greenhouse farming. So with the open field, that is what we do in the
what our parents and grandparents
that is
in the ground.
That is what we do. But when it comes to greenhouse farming, it's a smart way of farming. So you get more yield. And we do the vertical kind of farming. We do we protect the crops from pests and all of that. So we have a wholesome produce at the end of the day. Okay, so this is Mant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a name for one of our greenhouses, and we have cucumbers in there.
Wow.
So we can go inside and see what is happening.
All right, let's go.
So this is Mant.
Okay.
We have cucumbers in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is it looking like it's hanging in the sky?
Okay,
I don't know.
It is a creeping plant.
Okay.
So when you leave it on the floor, it will just be on the floor. So this is called a trellis line. So
Trellis?
Trellis line.
Okay.
And it is called trellising.
Okay.
Trellising. So they are going to grow till the top.
You're joking.
And what even happens is after it has gotten to the top, you'll be harvesting. We are going to release it, and it will still keep going.
How is this different from the usual cucumber farming?
Oh, it is. You see, the difference between this one and that one is the vertical aspect of it.
Okay.
So you go to other cucumber farms and it is just creeping on the floor.
Yeah.
But this particular one, it just rises up, and you see, it helps you to even regulate and control a lot of things and get more yield.
Okay.
The purpose of greenhouse farming also is to get more yield.
Okay.
So you can get a small land and get more yield from it because of the vertical way of farming that we do in the greenhouse.
So the historical one of doing it horizontally, you would have just been limited to what can fit the ground.
Yes, what goes to the ground.
But now, what goes to the ground is like the barest minimum of your potential.
Yeah, you can. You see, let me use even tomatoes as an example. You see, there are three types of tomatoes.
Okay.
We have the determinate, semi-determinate, and indeterminate. Determinate is what we usually grow in the open fields. It grows to the point, then that is it. It wouldn't go again. That is the determinate. So in a greenhouse, we grow the semi-determinate and indeterminate because of the vertical aspect of
We'll get to the tomatoes. What else do we need to know about?
Yeah, so that is.
What is that thing on the ground? I see some lines.
This is called the drip line.
Okay.
And this is the drip eye.
The drip eye.
Yeah, the drip eye.
That little dot there.
Yeah, that little dot there.
Okay.
So I was talking to you about precision farming.
And watering, right? So
Yes,
that's
watering,
the drip line
so
we're looking at.
This is where the water comes out of.
Okay.
Jubilee, kindly on.
We're going to turn the water on?
Yes, turn it on. You see how it comes.
Wow. Okay. So the water is about to come out?
Yeah, so, you see it.
Where did you guys get the knowledge of all of this?
It is available. You have to look for it and you find it.
I think I feel it coming.
Yes.
Wow. So that way, you don't even have to physically go fetching water the way our grandmothers used to do, carrying the water on your head.
No.
It's all connected. So it's just a matter of turning something on.
Turning something on. And I'll talk to you about the automation bit. You know, I told you 4 main services. We have the advisory, automation. Automation, what happens is you can monitor and control your greenhouse wherever you are from your phone.
You are joking.
Yes.
So you've made the process digital.
Yes, that is what happened. So let's say when you're in your greenhouse, and the temperatures are warm, you have an indication on your phone that it is warm.
Okay.
Just a click of a button on your phone, you will engage the drip lines.
Wow.
So there are places that have extractors, they have fans and other stuffs. We control all of those things. So
crazy.
yes, that is what we do. And we do so through IoTs, Internet of Things.
Tell us about Internet of Things. I mean, how often do you get somebody in agric talking about Internet of Things?
That is the beauty of now. It is agritech.
Agritech.
Yes,
so
agritech.
We have agriculture, agribusiness, and agritech.
Yeah. Now we are introducing technology
into the process of
into the farming, and everything is possible. There are lots of possibilities in this space.
So tell us about Internet of Things in the farming world.
Okay, you see, it connects. It is a way to connect the existing gadgets in a greenhouse to your phone.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have certain devices that we install. We have gadgets and other things that we install. So if you want your farm to be automated, you just talk to Tech Shelter. We come to the farm. We do an assessment, and we know what you have in your farm.
Wow.
So the already existing manual things that you use. Maybe you already have drip lines. Yeah, you have it. Now you want it automated. You know the interesting thing. There are times that, let's say for instance, you may be far away and it is raining. You can't come into your greenhouse to come and do other stuffs. So you can do everything and control things on your phone. It makes it very easy and it makes it smart. That is why we are encouraging more people to come into this space. Yes. Now farming is no longer the whole and cutlass way of doing stuff.
So you don't have to cut yourself.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't.
Sweat.
Not at all.
This is beautiful.
Not at all. You don't have to do all that.
So what are some of the benefits of getting greenhouses? I already imagine. First of all, animals can come in here to eat off your.
Yes, pest, and also high yield. High yield. You get a chance to regulate everything that you don't depend on nature. You don't depend on, because you don't know when it's going to rain. You don't know when there will be droughts and other stuff, so you control everything. So whether it's raining or it's not raining, we don't have an issue.
Because the power is in your hands.
Yes, the power is in your hands. All we can do is just harvest the rain. And one of our mandates is to go green. So on the farms like this, we have solar.
You have solar?
Yeah, we have solar.
You're kidding?
We use solar. We use a grid and solar, so we have solar on the farm.
We're going to see it, right?
Yes, you see it. We have solar on the farm, so we want to go green. So we are going to also harvest the rain. So we come to the farm, everything is natural, everything is clean. And in the greenhouse space too, you get wholesome food. You know, our produce have been tested by CSIR.
Okay.
And the pesticide, we don't have any pesticide residue in our produce. So we have all of those stuff.
Amazing.
Yes.
So let me get this straight. If historically you would have just gotten this one line, let's say, let's put a quantity to it. How many cucumbers would you have been able to produce with just this one column?
There are.
Or should I say it's a rule?
Okay, this is a rule.
Depending on where you're standing.
This is a rule. Okay.
Let
me use
this one rule.
Yeah, let me use numbers.
Let me take that question again. How many cucumbers would you be able to get from this one row?
Okay, one. Let me use the numbers. In each room, where we are like this, we have about 270 plants.
270 plants?
Yes, and 70 plants. And with cucumber like this, what happens is between 4 to 6 weeks, you should be harvested. And because of the way we do our type of farming, you'll be harvesting for like another month.
Wow.
So let me use these numbers to tell how you are going to get more yields. Yeah, because in open field, a lot of things have access to the plants. You have mites, you have other issues, you have other stuffs. But here we control all those things. So it gives you the time, it gives the plant a long lifespan aside the yield that you are getting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many would you get if they were all to go all the way up here? Or is that was the 200 and...
No, 270 plants. What also happens is we don't, we talk in kilos.
Okay.
That is what we do. We don't do number of
numbers.
Plants. Yeah,
okay. So
do.
Averagely, what would have been your kilos if you were not doing a greenhouse farm like this? And what would be the kilos from this?
I can speak to the greenhouse aspect of it.
Okay.
So with this room like this, you can get about, let's say maybe 300, there about 300 kilos.
300 kilos?
Yeah.
For those of us who don't understand, give us a range of some numbers of cucumbers we'll get out of this space.
There are lots of technicalities when it comes to some of these things.
Yeah.
Size matters. Size really matters. And when it comes to the harvesting, there are too many technicalities.
But on average, would it double what you usually would get, or triple your usual?
It will double.
yield?
Let's.
It will at least double.
Yeah, it will double. And you see, when it comes to farming, also, what happens is there are times that we don't want to really exaggerate the numbers.
You never know.
Yes, you never know. And also, it takes a lot of hard work to come into farming. Yeah, most of the time we give the average, but you can go beyond it. And when it comes to the cucumbers, even how you do your crop management and everything has an influence on what you're going to get.
Wow.
And when it comes to the cucumbers like this too, what makes it big is water. So there are people who like it small. So when it gets to the small size,
they just take it.
We take it off. So depending on our markets, but we have realized that in Ghana, most of the people don't like it big. And most of the people who buy cucumbers from us are the Lebanese guys, and they like it. They have a certain size that, We also supply to some of the shops. They pick it in large quantities. Yeah, they pick it in large quantities.
So it's already a market
yes,
for it.
Yes, there's a market for it. There's a market. There's a market. You know the interesting thing about farming? You see, there's market, but there's a disconnect between the market and the production. Before you come into farming, what happens is you need to know your market. So the kind of tomatoes that we produce here, for instance, most of the markets we are looking at a high-end market, and most of them are looking at size, taste, and color. So you can produce tomatoes one track. You take it to the market, and that particular market will reject it because they are looking for their own specs. Yes. Wow. So there's a disconnect. So you need to know your market before you start even producing. Okay. So this is Mant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a name for one of our greenhouses, and we have cucumbers in there.
Wow.
So we can go inside and see what is happening.
All right, let's go.
So this is Mant.
Okay.
We have cucumbers in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is it looking like it's hanging in the sky?
Okay,
I don't know.
It is a creeping plant.
Okay.
So when you leave it on the floor, it will just be on the floor. So this is called a trellis line. So
Trellis?
Trellis line.
Okay.
And it is called trellising.
Okay.
Trellising. So they are going to grow to the top.
You're joking.
And what even happens is after it has gotten to the top, you'll be harvesting. We are going to release it, and it will still keep going.
How is this different from the usual cucumber farming?
Oh, it is. You see, the difference between this one and that one is the vertical aspect of it.
Okay.
So you go to other cucumber farms and it is just creeping on the floor.
Yeah.
But this particular one, it just rises up, and you see, it helps you to even regulate and control a lot of things and get more yield.
Okay.
The purpose of greenhouse farming also is to get more yield.
Okay.
So you can get a small land and get more yield from it because of the vertical way of farming that we do in the greenhouse.
So the historical one of doing it horizontally, you would have just been limited to what can fit the ground.
Yes, what goes to the ground.
But now, what goes to the ground is like the barest minimum of your potential.
Yeah, you can. You see, let me use even tomatoes as an example. You see, in open, there are 3 types of tomatoes.
Okay.
We have the determinate, semi-determinate, and indeterminate. Determinate is what we usually grow in the open fields. It grows to the point, then that is it. It wouldn't go again. That is the determinate. So in the greenhouse, we grow the semi-determinate and indeterminate because of the vertical aspect of it.
We'll get to the tomatoes. What else do we need to know about?
Yeah, so that is.
What is that thing on the ground? I see some lines.
So this is called the trellis line.
The trellis line.
Yeah, this is the trellis line.
Okay.
The trellis line, and this is called drip line. Yeah, this is called a drip line.
Okay.
Please.
We'll do it again.
This is called because I was talking about the trellis. This is called the drip line.
Okay.
And this is the drip eye.
The drip eye.
Yeah, the drip eye.
That little dot there.
Yeah, that little dot there.
Okay.
So I was talking to you about precision farming.
And watering, right? So
yes,
that's the drip line we're looking at.
This is where the water comes out of.
So we're still going to continue our conversation with the Tech Shelter guys. They're doing really great work. They have 19 greenhouse houses, plants, and they're doing really, really well. So we're going to learn all about what they're doing. It's still Farmers Day. We're celebrating our great farmers. If you know any good farmer that you want to celebrate, let us know of them and the great work they're doing. The hashtag is Breakfast Daily, and the WhatsApp line is 0550-585832. When we come back, we'll enjoy some great performance from Nana Blue, and then we'll continue with that conversation. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
types of rhythms in Ghana. You want dancer, you want wow, you want so day, you want so muda. I go for say bobo, in can for say palogo. Asante for sadwa, aban fantoya patampa. Sanya mecha wazi, na sanjedu yeah. Dachi bobo wapunta. Ghana fool, yenzarenyin Ghana fool. This is high life. Ghana fue, mojani na yanu manjamfo. Abanyum na mutui, this is high life. This is high life. This is high life. Oh, this is high life. As he come for ya pio, me and born about do. Then you pay us all say, me and don't say, Ibo Paul, Kakeku, Nanampedu, Juelaka, Yamu West, Dr. Babobo, Irama Bede, and a CK man, Papa Youngson, Onona Ebo Tela, Dr. KJC, it's immense. Ejakoni mo, and no one walking can win and I and some bones and by the one I saw, and the one I saw, and I saw. Wakayan, mommy and some way. Hey, high life, for your high life, oh, upon your namutui, hey, this is high life. Hey, this is high life. Hey, this is high life. Oh, this is high life. Nyamyache nazo, kanafu nyamyache yazati. There are different types of rhythms in Ghana. Yewo donso, yewo kwa, yewo sode, yewo somuda. Aigbe fuse bobo, inkran fuse balogo. Asante fusa doa, aban fantoya patampa. Sanya mecha wazi, na sanjedu yeah. Dachi bobu wakunta. Ghana fool, yenzarenyin Ghana fool. This is high life. Ghana fue, mojani na yanu manjamfo. Abanyum na mutui, this is high life. This is high life. Oh, this is high life. This is high life. This is high life. Yankupon borazano, obo bibia pepepe. Washing your manizino, so this is good. Obo Jamaica fool, no America fool. Omaningina, one yuma oye. Ebimu ye reggae, ebimu suya calypso, ebimu ye hip hop, and ebinum suya afro. And so Ghana for Yanzanian, high life, alive. Oh, Abanyum Namutui, this is high life. This is high life. Baby, oh, this is high life. This is high life. This is high life. This is high life. Oh, this is high life. There are different types of rhythms in Ghana. Yewo donso, yewo kwao, yewo sode, yewo somuda. Aigbe fusi bobo, England fusi balogo. Asante fusa doa, aban fantoya patampa. Sanya me chawaze na sanja do ya dachi bobu apunta Ghana for yes Iranian Ghana for this is highlight Ghana for ujani na yanu manjampo apanyum na motoe this is highlight this is highlight this is highlight this is highlight as it come for ya bio me and born up bodo then you pay as osai me and don't wanna say ibo go kakeku nanampedu joelaka Yamwes, Dr. Pabobo, Erama Bede, and the CK man, Papa Youngson, Onuna Ebo Taylor, Dr. KGC, it's Mensa, a Jaco Nimu, and the one I walk it on you and some bones in there, the one I saw, and the one I saw, and I saw, Wakayan, somewhere.
Your friend me Isaac Kochri, Mayor Eduma El Kumasi Patasi in Shayeso constituency. And now COVID-19 by Emma Nipa Nako and when you hear him. Ghana by and I say Obobua Obibiala. Me apply B. Emma Misumi Enyabi. Emma Coco Fanny Ma, Mayor Waduma. And the Ama Many Ajepa, Ghana by Ase.
Through the Campus Initiative, we have disbursed funds to over 100,000 beneficiaries across the nation. Several local businesses have seen the impact of our work, and we will continue to give more of them hope amidst this global pandemic era that has negatively impacted all of us.
MBSSI, a new era for SMEs.
If you win, no one win like that planet. My baby, hold you low.
Sunana Abdulrazak. Last week, I received a message from Bet Planet. Come on, now win golden ticket. Nadanje Injin Saya, my Mercedes Benz. Tomba Kuyadama Kuma, Gashina, Gasuna Nakai. I'm gonna go come on Gaskiani. Mona Sunchi, now go to Bet Planet. Now go to
If you win, no one win like that planet. My baby, hold you low. If you win, no one win like that planet.
This weekend on Footprints, former Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Professor Achiman Bedu Akosa, continues telling his riveting story.
But everybody felt that pathology was too difficult. Akosa couldn't do it. And the head of department said I didn't get distinction in pathology, so he wouldn't accept me. I said, hey, my first degree there was head also. Second degree, that's all. The couple. So luckily he went on sabbatical, and I got accepted. And when he came back, I was in the department, and he wasn't happy, but he soon realized that it would have been a mistake if they had not taken me into the department.
Wow.
So we did 2 years here, good grounding. I was on autopsy duty every day. Every day I did 20 autopsies. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
The main mortuary?
Yes.
So you were contesting with Papa Kwesi Ndum?
Papa Kwesi Ndum, Kweku Osafo, Braja Kwete, who else? Yeah. So there were 3 people from the same camp fighting Papa Kwesi Ndum.
Okay.
And of course, he won. But because I knew what had happened, I told him that there was no way I was going to give him my support. Because I don't believe that a political party should be totally emasculated by another political party.
Okay.
All right? So you didn't win squarely, and I withdrew. So this was not where Ghana should be at all. And this is somebody who, on the very day he finished his program in Abuja, he came by boat straight to Ghana, had given his all to Ghana. Because now it is almost as if everybody else in Ghana does not matter, except those who have committed themselves to a certain political discipline. They are the only people who matter. They are the only people whose views matter, and everybody else is sidelined.
Footprints airs this and every Saturday at 9 a.m. with a repeat on Sunday at 4 p.m. only on Citi TV.
Footprints is sponsored by Bethel Logistics Company Limited, experts in shipping logistics.
All right, welcome back. It's time for us to talk entertainment, and entertainment journalists are here with us, Kwame Dazi and Ato Kwame. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning, David. It's a happy day.
Yes, Farmers Day. It's Farmers Day, and it's a happy day.
It's a happy day. It's Farmers Day and happy day.
Yeah. Happy day.
It's a very happy day.
Hey, wait, hold on. You say it's a what? It's a happy day.
It's a happy day.
Oh, really?
Oh, aren't you happy? Are you not happy?
Okay.
Are you not happy it's Farmers Day?
No,
Which is a happy
I'm
day.
sort of linking happy day with something.
Yeah, so it's
with
happy
what?
day.
With a song.
Oh,
okay.
I think you are free to do that. No, he shouldn't be. I think if he's doing a presentation and he wants to express his happiness, well, he can do that.
Okay, now I'm lost. I don't know what you guys are going about.
So yeah, we're talking about Sarkodie's new song, which is still in the buzz. Like everybody's talking about it. It's affiliations or links to political stuff, and then it's just getting juicier, I must say.
The controversy.
Yes. Okay. You know, Kwame Eugene has tried as much as possible to distance himself from the whole. He didn't have an idea about the political lines that were in there, the so-called political lines that were in there, and so on and so forth. But interestingly, recently in a presentation, it was used. And it has brought up the conversation again. Was it actually made for that purpose? But I have my own reservations about that. But
what do you think?
I think we should see it, and then so that our viewers can also have an
listen
idea.
To the song first,
and then we can see how it was
and then we
used.
proceed gradually.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Okay. So let's listen to it.
Inflation crash on me boss in the end there me that can name na me mabe ko school free dia and me tuche mama mo fa me born in cheme na na to aso everybody give glory yes you we don't me mini nani far away me see your baby with the other baby jo I give you praise oh jo make you never fear
So I mean, that is the jam for the season.
Yeah, it's called Christmas Banger.
Yes,
yes.
It's
I have called it Christmas Banger.
Officially.
Yeah.
But that is the argument.
You know,
I
still stand at a point where I know that Sarkodie, anytime he wants to do any creative piece, he looks at what is happening around, and then he makes it work. This is not the first time Sarkodie is talking about anything politics.
No, he's not.
Exactly. It just so happens to be that it's an election season and he used a few lines. So why are we trying to tag the whole...
He actually used one line.
Kweku.
Yeah.
But at the end of the song, he says, still, the battle is the Lord.
So,
but wait.
So I have this theory. I have this theory that as he was writing the song, you know how it is. You're in the mood, you're writing the song.
Yeah.
Then, as he looked at the thing, he was like, he talked about inflation, he talked about doom so, and then he says, okay, so Nana Twaso.
No,
then
even
he
before he says Nana Twaso, he says Mofa me born in Chem.
Yes.
Because I'm sure he actually knew that this was going to happen.
No, someone found the born in Chem for the things he said in the past.
About inflation and doom so. But you see, the thing about it, the funny thing is that the inflation and doom so were in a different era.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know. So, Hina no find a born in channel.
Okay, so after he released the song, the president Nana Akufo-Addo tweeted it and said, "Nice song."
Nice song.
And then Sarkodie retweeted with a reply.
He said
something. Let's take a look at that.
What's Nana? Look at Sarkodie's tweet.
He said Nana.
Okay, so he says, Nana. You're going to translate for me, okay? So I'm going to read it as he says it. He says, Nana, memfa bronya ho enre akoko. He said, memfa bronya ho enre akoko. LOL. He says, when I say abind, in brackets, all parties, shout outs to yourself and JM. But I feel like pointing out the negative. I feel like pointing out negatives to you too. You know how we do.
But so he is saying that Nana shouldn't take advantage of the song. You know, implying that he didn't do the song to endorse his candidature or the MPP. That is what he was implying. But when you compose a song, who determines what the song means? Is it the consumer or the creator of the music? Who determines how to use the song?
No.
Who determines how the song should appeal to them?
No. So the consumer enjoys the songs the way they want to enjoy the song.
Yes, and that is how Nana wants to enjoy. That is how some people want to enjoy.
But the creator will also decide that this is what I'm trying to achieve.
Exactly.
Okay. As to how you take it, that's your choice.
Okay, so you do a piece of music and you think this is a love song, and I go to a funeral and I play the song. At the funeral. You can't come and tell me this song was meant to be a love song, so should it be played at the funeral?
I believe Sarkodie has every right to let us understand his creative angle. Because just like you're saying, if there's a painting, an artist makes a painting, and it's very abstract, and he says, this depicts Accra being the cleanest city. And you look at it and like,
what is it about it?
How clean is that? So, I mean, but it's his creative work.
I got you.
He says this is what it is.
I get you.
So
I get you. But yesterday the song was played at the Nation Building Updates program.
Which means some people have already taken the song.
But you know, let's take a look at that particular one.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at it.
We need the capio bleed to be autonomy. Me have a joke clear and I know Kekelemda. Mina Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo FND. Let me don't you jinami. And yet, Togwe Ago, Banto open course Miele, Akpanami.
Inflation crash on the boss of in the end, I can name them free. And then we treat them more from the born in Chemin and
everybody, ladies and gentlemen, you can do better than that. You can do better than that.
I believe the DJ at the function, whoever is doing the sound would have been paid more. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, you can do better because I actually added a bit of
wait, are you saying it wasn't planned ahead of time?
I don't think it was planned.
The DJ was
that was a very
genius.
That was a very smart.
Really?
DJ.
So can't Sarkodie do anything to the MPP now if he feels that his song is being used for political purposes? Because he didn't do the song for that purpose.
No,
the song was
still, if the battle is the Lord, then it has become a political song.
No, but I also feel that this is just like
even
any of Sarkodie's songs being played.
It's actually a scripture. You know, it's a scripture.
Yeah,
the battle is a scripture.
It is.
But now it's become a political tag.
But in Ghana, it's not a scripture.
No, it's actually a scripture. It's still in the Bible, but it's become a political tag.
Yes.
You see.
Yes.
So once Sarkodie identifies himself with the tag,
that's right.
But then again, it can be argued that the song is really like a gospel song.
You see,
it's like inspirational music. You know, happy day, things will be fine.
Like I was telling you yesterday, I experienced Kwame Eugene actually perform his part of this particular song, and they just dropped the instrumental, and like it was just the energy was so much. The audience were up on their feet. They were just chill. And he sang the chorus, and he just left it there. And I believe that the song is a really good song.
It's a very good song.
It's a very good song.
It's a very good song.
Americans don't even know what the words of the song are. They already started analyzing the song and breaking it down and all of that.
But Kweku, in as much as we all say that the song is a good song, it's a general song and inspirational music. I'm not sure either Sarkodie or Kwame can run away from the political implications. They should just accept it, because they knew what would happen after this song was released. But Kwame Eugene is trying to say I didn't know about the lyrical
content. He honestly didn't know about it.
He went on set to shoot the video.
He explained how the whole process happened.
And he could have said, no, I won't shoot this video because it has some lines in there which can harm my career.
Yes.
I think it's important to understand or appreciate that at the time of shooting the video, you'll be aware of lyrics.
At least he had it on set.
See, okay, I will say this. I've been to a few video shoots. Where there are features of other artists. I mean, the artists are given the instrumental and maybe a hook or something. And they record and send it back to the artist. And that's where it ends. And then when it's time for a video, they're like, oh, bro, Brian shoots a video. So you just appear. And that's exactly what
Kwame was saying. You were surprised. You were met with a surprise. And then you went ahead to shoot a video, even though you thought the lines in there could harm your career. Then after the song was released, you come to tell us that I'm not comfortable with it.
To the truth of the matter is that, listen. No. Let's give our viewers a little credit.
Okay, but I think that
they are smart.
Yes,
very smart.
They've also heard the song.
They are very smart.
Nobody can kid us to tell us that we didn't know.
We the viewers, we are smart. We
meant something. Especially when in an earlier time there's something called JM Twaso.
Okay, wait.
We know what it means. And then there's also the battle of the law. You know what it is. I mean,
that's what I'm trying to explain.
And I don't think Kwame Eugene should be dodging this.
No, and I'm not sure Sarkodie to complain.
This is what I'm trying to explain. That in Kwame Eugene's explanation, he said he was given the first verse and the instrumental to work on his creative. The melody for the chorus had been recorded. You could have put it anywhere. Somebody could have put it anywhere.
Of course, that's fair.
Understandable.
So, but you went to shoot the video.
And he heard
the video was shot separately.
He said he heard the song.
He heard it there
while they were shooting the video.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
he allowed it to pass.
At that point, you can decide that something.
He should take my voice out.
I'm not interested in this.
So that's why he said further that he pointed it out to his management to check it, because when he was on set, he thought he heard some political lines. And he's going to leave it for his management and Sarkodie's management to have a discussion. But as for him, he had no idea about it. That's it.
And prior to the release, he was hyping the song. The song, my big boss, man.
He said so. But
the song is right here, and you guys are running away from the song. I think that
it's a beautiful song.
If truly the song is just an ordinary song, allow it to be played anywhere. Allow people to draw their own interpretations into the song. It is a piece of artwork, and you're an artist. Once you do the artwork with your own understanding and orientation, when it goes out there, every individual reserves the right to interpret it the way they want it.
And the creative person also has the right to put his expression out there.
He has done it. A young man in Kabul.
Oh my God.
So that's it. But I'm very sure we may be getting. How many days we have?
We have 31.
Yes.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we get more of such controversial songs.
I believe there's more coming. Trust me.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Trust me.
Yes. And interestingly, the the Samini endorsement song for the NPP isn't getting the attention as much as Sarkodie.
The last time I heard it was when you played it on the show.
I don't think it's getting any attention.
So why don't they adopt this one instead, officially?
No, but somebody's being paid.
Yes.
Contracted and paid to do a song.
I believe.
No. Hello.
Wait.
Hello.
I thought that was the whole idea.
Samini has been paid?
I believe so.
Or are you saying Samini has been paid or Sarkodie has been paid? I don't get it because I don't have any facts to back this.
I think, whatever.
But it is anyway. It is their intellectual property. It is business. So if anybody pays anybody to do a song for them, that is cool. I don't have any problem with that.
Anyway, you can pay me. I'll do the song. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. I've been paid.
Exactly. And I think just a few days ago, I think Citi TV also is saying that if she's going to endorse any political party, she should be paid about $500,000 or something like that.
Anyway, let's talk about the creative arts.
Yeah. So on Monday, Duke Mensah Opoku, our parliamentary correspondent, did a report on the Creative Arts Bill, and he said that the Youth Culture Committee in Parliament actually met some creative arts people in Parliament to get their final input into the bill so it's passed into law. You know, this has been in the works for some time now, and it's actually one of the MPP's promises to make sure that the bill is passed into law, so it makes room for the Creative Arts Fund, which most people in the arts are looking forward to seeing, and then also make sure that it brings all the subfields of the arts together, about 15 of them together.
Wow.
You know, when you talk about creative arts, most people think that it's music, it is only movies, but it goes beyond that. Painting, the sculpture, fashion, and all those things come together to form the creative industry. It's very huge. Okay, so as of now, we don't really have a body that encompasses all of these, and the Creative Arts Council would cater for that. But the law that would give assent to this is still not passed, and they're looking forward to seeing that one passed before the end of the year. And so that report is there. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Youth, Sports and Culture Committee of the House, as part of consideration of the Creative Arts Bill, hosted sections of the creative arts community to seek their input. Chairman of the committee, Alex Kofi-Ajekum, and the ranking member, Kobna Mensah, as well as other industry players, spoke to the media after the meeting.
One or two concerns by the Ghana Cultural Forum. They've tabled it, and I have asked that they meet among themselves and actually iron out those nitty-gritty areas.
We would have thought that maybe some speed would have been brought to bear and some work on this would have maybe taken place maybe earlier, with all coming on board. You know, as I speak to you now, there's that perception of some crack, but then I think they are coming together now and to see how we can resolve it. So this is dear to all parties.
Meeting governments in a way to make sure that this industry is viable and will create the needed GDP that we need for the economy of this country. You know, now everywhere, UNESCO, everybody is talking about the creative industry, UNESCO is talking about it. There's a reason for that, because we've all realized that the creative economy is one of the biggest that you can tap into. So things really need to be done well. The government has to see that we are there to partner with them to help, and not that things will be lauded over us.
Creative Arts Bill.
Yes.
We need it passed into law.
Yes. And now that they're still getting inputs into it, I don't know how fast we're going to have this before the year ends, actually. And
which is the promise.
And we're looking forward to that. And I spoke to some people, and those
but
who actually
bills
know.
have been passed in 48 hours.
In 48.
Yes.
So
I remember the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Barbara Tingesi, said that they would make sure that it is passed before the end of the year. And so if it is passed, hooray, hooray.
Oh no, happy day.
Happy day. Happy day for the creative industry. That is all that we want to see them do for us. So,
you have said it all. I mean, I just believe that, like I was discussing with you, are we actually are we putting the structures in place to when the bill is passed, then we see things working quickly? That's a question that's on my mind. But well, I'm just hoping that it's passed, and then we can
see the way forward.
Yeah. can see the way forward.
Well, I mean, usually you need to put the law in place, and then the law gives, bite to the action. And
that's right.
And we hope it is a good law.
Let's hope so. So, City Countdown.
Today is Friday, and of course, if you haven't updated the songs on your phone, then you're doing yourself a bad thing. Just take your phone right now, delete all the songs down on your phone, and in fact, 4 p.m. today with Jessica on 97.3 Citi FM, you can update your songs. Check out which song stays on number 1. I think No Darling has been on since like 8 weeks now, and is it still going to be there? You need to find out, and then you can catch the City Countdown with Olile Saturdays at 4 p.m. as well. You don't want to miss that.
Absolutely. All right. So, excuse me. Okay.
No, it's that lyric. I want to understand. Is it joy?
It's joy. It's joy. It's joy. No, it's joy. It sounds like joy. It's joy. It's joy. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Have a happy day.
All right. So, say a big thank you to Kwame Dazi and Ato Kwame now for joining us, and look forward to listening to City Countdown. Now, we're going to continue the conversation Dziffa was having with the farmers at Tech Shelter.
So this is Okain. We are entering one of the tomato rooms. This particular greenhouse is called with Okain.
Okay.
Most of the time, what happens is all of them have names. So when we are talking among ourselves, and I talk about Okain, they know what I'm referring to. So that is why most of them have names. And the names also are for like the people who own the greenhouses.
Wow. So you guys don't own all these?
No, we don't own all these. It's a shared community. So you can decide to buy a greenhouse and you bring it to us for us to manage.
So if someone is watching and they are interested, they can reach out?
Yes, they can reach out. They can reach out.
If we're friends of like maybe 10 or 15 and want to own one greenhouse, is that possible?
Yes, it's possible. It is very, very possible. And I would even encourage that.
Wow.
Yes, it is possible. So 5 friends, 3 friends, 7 friends can come together and buy one greenhouse.
And they will make...
Yes, they will make it, and with time you'll be buying other greenhouses.
Oh my God. All right, let's take a look. So tomatoes we're going to take.
Yes.
At what age?
It is 3 weeks.
3 weeks
and
old.
like I also said, there's a production center, a research center, and a training center. So this is one of the researches that we are doing with PPRSD, MUFA, Kabi. They chose here, it is a biological pest control for Tuta absoluta.
Okay, say that again.
It's a biological pest control for Tuta absoluta.
What does that mean?
It is
in regular human beings' language.
Oh, it is I don't know how to.
No, just the Tuta absoluta bit. Everything else we understand. Pest control we understand.
Yes. It's like we are controlling pests. And you know when you talk about fall armyworm, it is related to maize. So when we talk about Tuta, it is tomatoes, and it is it is really affecting production in most of this part of our world. Yeah, so we are having a trial here with Kabi and PPRSD. So when everything goes well, they are moving to Kenya.
Wow.
Yeah, so
let's check it out.
Yeah. So we are
baby tomatoes.
Yes, they are 3 weeks old. And we are growing in the soil. There are 2 types of growing medias we do here.
Okay.
We have the cocoa pit and the soil.
Okay.
So we are in one of the rooms that we are growing in the soil.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a difference between the cocoa pit and the soil.
What's
and it has
the
its own
difference?
challenges. You see, cocoa pit is coconut husk that has been mashed.
Wow.
It only holds the plant. It has no nutrients.
Okay.
That is what happened. So you are going to feed the plant with nutrients. And what happens with the cocoa pit, for instance, is if you don't give the plant a balanced diet, it will suffer.
Wow.
Because it takes no nutrients. It has no nutrients. The cocoa pit has no nutrients. But when it comes to the soil, what happens with the soil is, you see, the soil already has its own nutrients.
Yeah.
So even if you don't give it balance, it will find a way to
get the
nutrients. But the soil also comes with a lot of challenges.
Okay.
A lot of challenges.
What are some of the challenges
nematodes.
Okay.
Nematodes. So there's something we are doing here. There's a trial room aside. There's something we are doing here. This is marigold. Marigold.
Okay.
This is marigold. It's something that we are trying here.
Okay.
You know, it has an effect on nematicide, like nematodes.
Okay.
That is what happens. So nematodes affect the roots of the plant. And the roots, you see, nutrients one part of the plant where where nutrients are sticking is the roots. So let's say when nematodes affect the roots, what happens is the plant cannot take any nutrients.
Wow.
It can only feed through the leaves.
Okay.
So it is killing your plant from the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah. So when this one also has some, like when you plant the marigold close to it, there's something that we're also trying. We do a lot of trials here.
Wow.
We're trying to see, because we've done a research and realized that it has some effects on nematodes.
Okay.
So when nematodes are already in the soil and you plant this, they are going to fight. Then marigold is going to fight the nematodes. So we want to see how it goes. Yeah.
Wow. So there's a lot of experiments
Yes,
taking place here.
This particular place too is, like I said, it is a place where PPRSD is having their research.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are going to apply certain controls that will work on tutor.
So you're constantly looking for innovative ways
Constantly.
Wow.
So even here like this, we have 2 tunnels.
Okay.
The first 3 you see there is called, like we have 2 types of greenhouse. The first 3 you see there is called a tunnel.
Okay.
Okay, this one is a tunnel.
Okay.
This one is a tunnel. If you look at the other greenhouse there, it's different from this one. That one is called a fixed vent.
Okay.
When the warm air rises in this greenhouse, it doesn't escape anywhere. But with a fixed vent, when the warm air rises, it escapes through the fixed vent.
Wow.
That is what happens. I went to Kenya and I also realized that most of our greenhouses here in Ghana are so short and it has effects on the yield. So every day, tech shelter, we are trying to improve, because that is what will make us stay in business. That is what will cause us to make the impact. So every day.
How important is it for farmers to also be researchers, scientists, just creative minds? Because when we look at our normal farmers, it's almost as if we've neglected them.
Yes.
They just
that is a
trial and error, and that's it.
You know, interestingly, when we are going to talk about the people that we have here, okay, he's not here. Where is David? We have David there. You know what he studied in school?
No.
Physics.
Wow.
At KNUST. And he's doing farming.
Wow.
So he's coming here with that mindset.
Okay.
So we sit on a table, we discuss. So there's a way he sees issues, he sees challenges. There's a way the marketer sees issues. So we all sit down and see how we come on board with our expertise. We want to make farming very attractive and very lucrative and make an impact.
So no matter what you majored in, you can find a space within agri-tech, agribusiness ecosystem.
A space. So the first batch of trainees that we had, those who stayed here for 6 months, we had somebody who did banking and finance at UPSC.
Okay.
Yeah, and now he has his own farm. He's doing well.
Wow.
Yes, we have one lady also who did lab technology and lab science something, and she's also doing well. So you see, we look at people who are passionate about this, not what you studied.
So our sound technician Ishmael, he's curious about this. If he wants to join, what would be the process?
You know, there's I told you.
Since he's not a student, would he have to pay a little bit?
No. What also happens is we are coming up with another. People want to come and train, but they don't have the time. You see, we listen to the needs of the customers and see how we can tailor like a service. Like for them, for that particular need. So people are talking to us, you can't come and live on the farm, we can't come to you, what can you do for us? So we are coming up with an online training.
Nice.
Where people can sit in the comfort of their homes and we train you.
But that one you have to pay a little bit of
yes,
fee, but it's affordable.
Yes, it's very, very affordable. It's very, very affordable because we want more people to come into this space, so it's very affordable. And I told you we have a big vision, so sounds like this, you know, we are going into the agritourism.
So you're going to agri-sound?
No, we are going to agritourism, like agro-tourism. That is where we are going to, where people can just come and walk around here and have a feel of what is happening here. Like here, school kids can come and learn and understand. So we have that plan also going on. So there's you know, life and everything begins from the soil.
From the soil. So we take a look at the
next,
and they're going to teach us how to do greenhouse planting. So I hope some of your guys are on standby to teach me greenhouse planting for beginners. Is that possible?
Okay, yeah, it's possible.
So where are we now?
Okay, we are at one of the greenhouses called DJ.
DJ.
Yeah. Okay. So this plant like this is about 6 weeks old.
Wow.
6 weeks old.
Now I'm seeing something down here. Is this fiber?
Yeah. It is called cocoa pit.
Cocoa pit.
Yeah, that is a coconut husk that has been mashed.
So this is the first place we've been where we're not seeing direct soil.
Yes.
So how does this benefit the tomato?
It only holds the plant. The cocoa pit holds the plant.
Okay.
It holds the plant. It is neutral. It has no nutrients.
Let's taste some tomatoes. So I'm gonna pluck it, or should I see if you can assess it? If is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. That particular one is okay.
All right.
It's okay. So you can.
Let's see. So this is greenhouse.
Yeah.
Tomatoes. Made with love.
Yes.
Wow. It's juicy.
Yeah.
What's the difference between greenhouse tomato and regular tomato?
It is about how wholesome it is. With the regular ones, you know that they do a lot of, because it's open field, they spray a lot of pesticides and other stuff on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So with a greenhouse like this, when it comes to the residues, we don't use pesticide, we don't use all those things on it. So it is safe and healthy for you to eat.
So we've learned a bit about Tech Shelter. It's now time to meet some of the awesome young people who are on the team. Okay, so what does your average day look like? What do you do on the farm?
Okay, on the average day, early in the morning you have to, do scouting.
Okay.
You have to go through and make sure that your plants are healthy or they are sick.
How do you determine a healthy plant from a sick plant?
For example, if you see a tomato plant this evening, maybe how you left it, the next day you come and check if I left this tomato this way. Is it the same or something had changed?
Wow.
Yeah, you have to, cross-check.
So you have to be very attentive.
Yes.
You can't just take your eyes off of it.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And this plant, we give them water. As you saw in the media, there is nothing. You have to feed them like a child. So we have times that, we give them water. And then he said you need a well-educated person. You have to calculate the amount of water this plant needs a day, how you stagger the irrigation to meet the quantity that the plants need.
So you can't have a one-size-fits-all approach where you're like, okay, they are all tomatoes, let me dump water on it. And
No.
Why?
It comes with technicalities. A young plant needs a certain amount of water. And if, the plant has fruit and then you don't give the right quantity of water, you will harvest your tomato and then your tomato will last 2-3 days because there is more water in the plant. They will rot.
So we're here with David, and he's a physicist and he's a member of the team. So this here is your baby. It doesn't look like the other tomato plants we've seen. What is going on here?
Okay, so this cycle has just ended. In fact, we did the last harvest yesterday.
Okay.
So anytime soon we'll be uprooting and then start a new production cycle here. Okay. For every plant or every production that you do, the cycle spans from where you did the transplanting to where you ended.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we've met some of the team members of Tech Shelter. We hope that their story will inspire you to start your own greenhouse farming. What are we going to do? You tell me, because I don't know actually.
Okay. We are going to learn how to transplant in the media. This soilless media. Okay. Yeah. So let's take here as the greenhouse, and this is a row that we want to transplant. Before you do your transplanting, you have to make sure that there is enough water in the media. So the first thing you need to do is to check if your media has water.
Okay.
So you see this.
Wow.
You see that it's dropping, meaning there is enough water in the media. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'm squeezing it right. Okay. There's.
Then you move to the seedlings.
Okay.
This is basil.
Okay.
Commonly known as akokobesa.
Ah, that's what akokobesa is.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So to get your seedlings out, you put your finger here.
Ah, as if you're trying to take out ice cubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put your finger here. You push it up.
Ooh. Wow. It's beautiful. Yeah. So this is actual soil.
This is media.
This is still media, the same thing.
Yeah, cocoa pit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the next step?
So,
it smells so good.
Yeah.
Like I can just sprinkle it on my food right now. Okay.
So you come to the bucket, and because we are feeding it with a drip line, we always plant the plant in the middle of the bucket.
So you have to make a hole with your fingers. Okay. So I'll do the next one. So you do the first one because you are the teacher.
So if you, when you get your seedlings, because the root had formed and had hold firm to the media, you just press a bit to loosen the root.
Okay. Why do you have to do that?
You know, because we nurse them, the root have compressed the media and they are very hard. When you don't lose a bit, they may find, or they will take a long time for them to develop or spread in order to pick nutrients.
Wow.
Yeah. So you put into the hole that you created, then you cover
it.
Then you press a bit. That is it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I can do mine.
Yeah.
I'll do the second one. So the first step, you have to check how wet it is, right?
Yes, please.
So gonna grab a bunch and then you squeeze. So if you see water, that means you're good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then you take, today we're doing basil. So you take it, and just like you're trying to take out ice cubes, you press the bottom. Oh, you have a strong grip. Cause okay. Oh, I'm being dramatic, guys. You literally just press here because there's a hole.
Yeah.
I was going to squeeze the whole plastic. Okay, you just stick your finger here. Now you have to soften this because your roots will need freedom to spread their wings like a butterfly. Then the second step, you do this to create a hole that they will go in. So you create this beautiful hole in here. You put this here in, then you cover it. Then you're good to go.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
So easy. So people can come here and you guys will teach them how to do all of this, right, through your trainings?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tech Shelter team, for welcoming us to your plant.
You're welcome, madam.
Thank you at home. So we hope that you thoroughly enjoyed this segment. It's Farmers Day. Use today to actually learn something about greenhouse farming, about agribusiness, about agri-technology. You may just find what you're passionate about within that supply chain. And of course, these guys are here to make the transition easy for you. Don't go anywhere. Breakfast Daily will be right back.
Constant yawning, heavy eyelids, blurred vision, and veering off the road are some of the signs that you are falling asleep while driving. This is driver fatigue. Always stop when tired. In Ghana, by law, after 4 hours of continuous driving, drivers should take a mandatory 30 minutes rest. Whilst resting, avoid heavy food, alcohol, and drugs. Even some medication can impair your driving. A driver can then drive for another 4 hours in that day. For long distances, share the drive. Avoid driver fatigue by getting a good sleep before trips. Don't drive tired. Stop road crashes now. Stay alive.
This road safety education is brought to you by the National Road Safety Authority.
During tough times, we need a competent leader we can trust to keep us all safe.
Nana gave me free water when I needed it most to keep me clean and safe from COVID-19.
Nana gave me lower cost of internet during COVID-19 to operate my small business from home.
Nana told us to trust him to keep our children safe from COVID-19 when we send them back to school. Nana was right.
Nana gave me free electricity in my hour of need during COVID-19.
Nana told us to trust him to keep Ghana safe from COVID-19.
Welcome back. It's now time for us to talk about our relationships. And the topic today is investing in our relationships, the Love Bank. And Mrs. Marie Rosaki is here. She's an entrepreneur and a counselor. She's going to walk us through how to intentionally invest in our relationships. If you have any questions for her, this is a no judgment zone. Send them over. The hashtag is Breakfast Daily, and the WhatsApp line is 0550-585832. If you're outside Ghana, just use the country code +233. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm good.
Good.
Now, the Love Bank.
You're really looking good for the weekend.
Really?
Yes.
You're looking good too. I love your skirt.
Thank you.
The Love Bank. Why must we intentionally invest in our relationships?
Yeah. Love Bank, like it sounds. You know, we all, now if you ask somebody, do you have a bank account, and the person says no, you look at the person a second time. And many organizations, when you're going to work, if you don't have bank account, you cannot work because they pay you through the bank. And it's a place where we save up money. You know, we try to save up money, even though not everybody saves their money in the bank. But we have one bank or the other. Some do informal savings. You know, and why do we save? We save for the future, and it's the same thing with our love life. Many times we don't give our love life that kind of attention. We forget that there's a future. When we start and we have all the chemistry working and all the emotions, we are all excited, and we forget that you're going to go through this life, which can be ups and downs sometimes, and it's going to hit at you. And when it hits at you, you should have some kind of a buffer.
Yeah.
Like when you do your investments. So people are doing all kinds of investments. When they have investments and they run dry financially, they just jump and call on wherever that their investment is and then feel comfortable. Yeah. It's much the same way with our relationships. Wow. For every relationship, whether in marriage or even ordinary friendship, if you want it to last, you have to learn to invest in it. How do you invest in it? You know, basically, you have to tune your mind that you choose to be happy or unhappy. Do you want to have a happy relationship? You mentioned rightly that you have to be intentional about it. You have to decide that this relationship I'm going in, I want to make myself happy. I don't want to be unhappy. Nobody wants to go into a marriage or into a relationship and feel unhappy. What's the point? So you are going there, so you are so intentional about it. When you are intentional about it, then you can take steps to make sure that you are putting in more. Sometimes in life, you see that when you do a lot of good things, and then you make a mistake and do just one bad thing, you know, they forget about all the good things you do.
How do we make sure we don't do that in our relationship?
Yes, and that's exactly what happens in our relationships. You do all the good things for your partner, and one day you do something, but you're always doing that. You're always saying this.
And it was a one time.
But it was one time. And so there's this man called Gottman. He did some kind of research into these love issues. And he had a love lab, and he tried about 1,000 couples that he researched, and found that the many problems that couples had was actually about nothing.
Really?
Yes, it was not all the infidelity and all the other things, lack of communication and all.
Like
it was about nothing. Yes,
it
starts about nothing.
Like where you squeeze your toothpaste from, how you turn your toilet paper.
Exactly. It starts with something small. I was talking to you, you didn't even look at my face. Yes, I called you the last time and you were in a hurry, you know, and, you know, I complimented you and you didn't even show. And you didn't say thank you, you know, or I've done something for you, you don't say thank you. And it starts from that.
But shouldn't we know the person we're in a relationship with? Maybe your partner is not the type of person to place any value on some of these things.
Well, it's not a question of the person doesn't put value on. That's what you're intentional about it. Marriage is an institution, or relationships, and they are institutions that you get in. Whenever you go into any institution, they'll give you a code of conduct. You should know how you behave in relationship because it's no more you.
So at what point do you set this code? Because I think there's a lot of unspoken things going on. And quite frankly, I can't think for you if you can't tell me what's worrying you as a partner.
You definitely can't think for somebody, but you know that, fine, the bank would think and put all sorts of promotions or facilities that you can invest in. When you go, they teach them, or they will teach you, or they will tell you that when you do this, your money can multiply by this percentage over this period and all that. They tell you all that, so you know. In the same way, you are in a relationship, you know that, hey, if I sow like begat like, that's what Bible says, like begat like. So if I'm an insect, I begat, or I'll give birth to an insect. If you want love, you sow love. If you want goodness, you sow goodness. You want somebody to be generous towards you, you have to be generous towards you want the person to understand you, you have to understand the person.
So what if we have different love languages? Maybe your love language is words of affection. I could care less of words of affirmation even. I don't care if you affirm me in anything I do. So if you don't tell me and you are withdrawing certain things out of our love bank because you feel like I'm not affirming your dreams, your aspirations, but I don't know, maybe mine is just gift given. How important is it for us to actually sit down and learn what works for one another so we know we're doing the right thing?
When you're talking about love bank, we are not talking about love language.
Really?
It's not love language, no.
Okay.
Love language is a different thing altogether. I mean, it forms just a little part of the bank, because the bank is absolutely an individual thing. If you're in a relationship, you can decide to have individual financial resources, or you do your and then you can have a joint account. So sometimes people have their own account and a joint account. Others come together and they have joint accounts straight away. So it's a decision you take. You have decided that you are in this relationship. I want to sow more love into it so that I can always get my partner's attention. It's dependent on you as an individual. And then the two of you can also decide that we are going to do this to enrich our relationship, because when you are able to invest more and you build more wealth, and more wealth in your relationship means more love.
Okay, so love is the main thing we're sowing.
Yes. It's not just love, but I mean, I use the word love to cover everything in marriage.
So let's even see that love is the thing we're sowing. How do we determine how we sow that love?
So like I said earlier, many times we turn away from our partners without knowing, unconsciously. But in this research of doing, investing in your love bank, you have to turn towards your partner. Learn to turn towards your partner all the time. How do we turn towards our partners? You listen to them. They might be saying something that you are not interested in, but keep an eye contact. Show some empathy, show some interest in what they are saying. And sometimes try to even ask for more information so that let the person feel understood. Let the person feel, I have somebody that I can talk to. They're talking to you in the kitchen. We all are corporate sometimes. You are in the kitchen, you are busy because before the person came, he was supposed to have come earlier, and he didn't come the time he was supposed to come. So he comes in, you're a little bit,
You're already not in the mood.
Yes, not in the mood. Then he comes with stories. You don't want to listen. But you have to be intentional to, oh, is that so? And try and respond and listen to him or her. In so doing, next time, the person would even, check his or her act. Because, hey, I have somebody who will listen to me. People, go to where they are accepted, where they feel good. So they come into marriage, they get so accustomed to each other, and you are not treating them as you used to treat them. That's why they go to somebody else's place.
But shouldn't they also empathize with us? Because if I'm cooking at home and you're late, you should already know that I'm not in the mood to listen to you. So empathize with me and not bore me with whatever you want to tell me.
You know
Is there
what?
anything wrong with that? That's my love bank right now. I don't want to listen because you're late.
So I was going to give you this what we call a joke or toli, as we say now. They said that there's this man who was arrested and he was in prison for some reason or the other. And then I think he was given an amnesty or something. So he came home. But then they announced on TV. So the wife heard that they had announced that the husband had been released. She was at home and about 5 hours later, before the man came. And as soon as the man entered, instead of showing, oh, thank God you are here, oh, you know, show some kind of appreciation before you start bringing your negativism. This woman says, hey, they released you 5 hours ago, so where did you pass before coming?
But they did release him 5 hours ago.
Yes, you never know how he managed to even get
but
home.
what traffic takes 5 hours, honestly.
and you know what happened? As soon as he started accusing the guy, he just took a phone, called the police, and then said they should come and take him back.
Oh!
Yes, because those are some of it just tells you that sometimes our act pushes people away. Yes.
So you have
to invest more in positive attitude.
Than the negative.
Yes, show kindness, listen more, be compassionate towards your partner. And then the other thing is we have to learn to be physically affectionate.
How?
Some people are just too stiff, especially some women can be very stiff.
But after some time, the relationship, it gets dry.
You know,
what more can you do? We've done everything.
You haven't done everything.
I have done everything. I just want to sleep. Is there anything wrong with that?
Being physically...
I'm sorry, I'm making you laugh.
That's okay. Being physically, how do you call it, affectionate to your partner is not only when you want to sleep.
Okay.
You know, in the morning you wake up, you can just, hey darling, how are you?
But what if you don't like morning breath and all that stuff?
Once you go into marriage, it is not only what you like, that you should learn to accommodate some things, because in marriage there's a lot of compromises. So you have to compromise certain things. Yeah. Okay. So when the person is, you might not really be in the mood, but yeah, you know, that kind of thing. When you're excited, that one, it comes naturally. But when you are trying to understand, you are aware that I am doing this, and I'm doing this for a reason. Who wants to take his money that you can use in the current situation and give yourself pleasure, but then you take the money and go and lock it somewhere else? Even when you know that whatever investment that you are doing is a high risk investment, yet you believe that in future can give you something, so you intentionally take the money and go and put it there. Then sometimes you go and check and your money would have even reduced. But you still go and put it there. So you are so intentional about it. Yeah.
3 tips for us.
3 tips.
Keep our relationship healthy and really intentionally grow the love bank.
Yeah. So growing your love bank, like I said, number 1, learn to turn towards your partner more often. More often. And it's an everyday activity. You build it gradually, every day, every day, every day. Do all the positive things. Look at the negative things that you do, and be intentional about it, that I'm not going to be negative. If you complain too much, you like criticizing, you know, making your partner feels like, and when I say it's not just the woman to a man, it's vice versa. Yeah, it's both ways. The man will have to do nice things and make sure that you speak positive things. There's some men, they can be very, very sarcastic. They say things that break their wives or their partners. They would say all the negative things, come on, I was come home, you know, things like that. No, if you're talking about women, your wife must be on top. She is your wife. She's the one that you've chosen. Say the positive things. As you turn towards them, say positive things. And remember, you do it every day. And then the last thing I'll add to it is that start by small. Start small. Don't think about all the big things. Do I have to go and buy her Lamborghini or a Ferrari? I have to buy her a house. People have, when I was young, I was growing, I knew a woman. And her husband gave her everything. She lived in a mansion. They had all the cars, maids and everything. But the man was not there for her. And she was always miserable. So you have to invest well. It is not about the cars and all the big gifts. Your presence makes a lot of difference. So let's think about what is positive, you know, and start with the small things. Okay. The big things, yes. They'll come. Some people look at but big things will definitely come when you start small and you build. They say small is big and small is beautiful. And the small can become little drops of water. It becomes a mighty ocean. So let's build love in our relationship, in love bank in our relationship, or invest in our relationship in that positive way. Always have a positive mentality. Some people kill their own relationship because they are negative.
Thank you
very much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So love bank, positive relationship, focus on the little things.
Yes.
Thank you, Mrs. Marie Rosaki, for being with us and helping us really learn how to grow our love banks. Now we're going to hear what's going on with David.
Yeah, well, we're here. We're still on Breakfast Daily, and we know that we're listening to Nana Blue earlier on, and she's doing some amazing stuff. We want to talk to her right now. Nana, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Fantastic. So, what are you working on?
My EP is out now. This is High Life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about it. What are the songs that are in there? How many songs do you have in there?
Okay, so there are 5 songs,
okay.
And growing up, I had love for high life, so I'm like, let me just, people of my age, most of us don't really pay attention to high life music. So I'm like, let me do something like an EP. And I couldn't have just put all what I wanted to say in just one song, because I want to first honor the old people, plus do my own stuff. Yes, so it's like 5 songs in there. Yes.
Where can people get the songs?
It's everywhere. It's on all of the digital platforms right now. Yes.
Right, and then people want to follow you too?
At Nana Blue Online, on all of the socials.
Nana Blue Online.
Yes,
on
please.
Twitter,
Facebook, Instagram.
Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic. So I think we want to enjoy. We want to see what you have with you've done with the EP, and this is High Life.
Yeah.
It's one of the songs on there,
Yeah.
right? Okay, fantastic. So let's take a look at this video. This is High Life with Nana Blue.
Blue, yeah. I say, yeah, Nancy. Tell the truth, we say this life be hard, full of ups and downs. We grind it hard, but still, life just no be easy. But it know me say, if I stop, they go. We're moving high, backwards never. Yeah. My area is on no baby. We the hustle, we the push. We gon' make it all, we go be. We all go shine. The dates where we know. Nyabotarate, Oshina yebo true Bugatti. Mama pressure forward, Conchan run nothing. Nyabotarate, Oshina yebo true Bugatti. Mama pressure forward, Conchan run nothing. If you have a boy, if you go school. Ebi atorium, ejuma nkoye, shade oye time. Bibi abeye fine. Achichirin and tobacco, missy a boduro. Mon bebe ne laisse pas tomber, you go be on. With a hustle, with a push, we gon' make it though, we go be. We all go shine, the dates where we know. Ochina yebo true Bugatti. Mama pressure forward, Conchan run nothing. Nyabotarate, Ochina yebo true Bugatti. Mama pressure forward, Conchan run nothing.
And that's Nana Blue.
Yeah, beautiful music, beautiful music. I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of the songs on that EP. Yeah, but we were joined earlier on also by the Waves Band, and the head of the Waves Band is here with us. And good morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the band. When did you guys get started? When did you guys?
Okay, actually, the band is just a month old.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are young.
We are just a group of singers and then instrumentalists, and then we just decided to form something. So it's not been long, it's just a month ago. So.
Okay, so what was it that inspired you to come together as a group?
Okay, actually I'm a solo artist, but you can see the industry is very difficult. So a friend of mine linked me to these guys, and then started
to do something together. What's your brand? What's your music?
Okay, I do Afro pop.
That's fine. Where do we follow you guys on social media?
Johnny Monster. It's Johnny Monster on Instagram, and then
That's yours, Johnny Monster.
Yeah,
okay.
Me personally, it's Johnny Monster on Instagram, and then Johnny on Facebook. But for the band, it's The Waves everywhere.
Perfect.
The Waves.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Okay.
And we wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you, man.
And thank you at home for joining us. Don't forget that we have Voters Diary for you, 1 p.m. on 97.3 Citi FM today, and 3 p.m. on Citi TV. Is that show that will enable you be well equipped to make the right decision come December 7th.
Yeah, and then we also have the constituency. the constituency is that show that we bring you, we come right into your constituency and bring you all the different interesting things that are important to you as far as the elections are concerned. It shows every Monday to Thursday at 12 p.m. with our host Frema Edunyame.
And of course, we have Hello, Mr. President for you. It's that segment on Breakfast Daily that focuses solely on issues that you have within your community. So if you have bad roads, your schools are bad, infrastructure problems, you just can't figure out how to get ahead in life because you have so many things inhibiting you from reaching your potential. We want to know exactly what you're experiencing. Just take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video. Send that video to us via the email hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com. You can also WhatsApp the video to us via our WhatsApp line 0550585832. If you don't have a video phone, don't worry, you can text it to us. Just send the message to our email hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com, and of course the WhatsApp line again is 0550585832, and every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. we'll show it right here on Breakfast Daily and call onto those policymakers to do something about it.
All right, so thank you very much for staying with us this Friday morning. It's Farmers Day. We are remembering our farmers and celebrating our farmers. Do something nice for a farmer that you know of.
Yeah, I think this weekend everyone should make a meal that's 100% of locally sourced produce.
That's
so
a good
from
idea.
Your onions to your tomatoes to everything should be local. Go to the fisherman, buy it directly from the person.
Yeah.
Just buy directly from them. It has a unique feel to it when you know where your food is coming from.
Yeah. If you missed any of the segments of the show today, kindly go over to our YouTube page, Citi TV. That's the place to find all the different segments of the show, nicely packaged, and some of the older ones as well that you may have missed that you want to catch up on. You can do that as well. So subscribe, click on the notification button so that you can be alerted of any new videos that drop at any time. Like, comment, and share with your friends as well. Yeah.
On behalf of the entire team, directors, editors, cameramen, everyone, we want to wish all of you a happy, happy, happy Farmers Day. The weekend is right around the corner, so we hope you enjoy your weekend.
Yep. Have a good weekend. We'll see you same time on Monday. My name is David Pekusi.
I am Dziffa and David. The team wants us to mention their names. So
okay, so let's go through them.
Bismarck, Doji, Ben, go ahead, Paco.
Evans.
I already mentioned Evans. Mauli, Angela, Ishmael, Paula, the entire team.
You remember everybody's name?
I haven't. I've left a few people out. Nicholas. I haven't mentioned Nicholas's name. Who's that? Our chief director himself. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.